that connect if you want. Okay. So I'm going to change. Cambio la diapositiva.
Bueno.
¿O no?
Vale, le doy a grabar y...
Vale.
Adiós, estoy grabando. Cambia.
Hello, I'm Teacher Robin. Welcome to another live streaming class. If this is your first time to join the classes, let me explain how they work. Today, our topic is passing the BULATS exam. If you have a question during the class, you can write your question in the comments and I'll answer it at the end of the lesson. And I also have a few questions for you to check what you've learned, and you can write your answers in the comments as well. Before we get started with today's topic, let's review what we learned in last week's class in case you missed it. Last week, Teacher Dell and special guest Alex from our marketing department taught you about hotel and airport English. So you learned some special vocabulary to use at the hotel, vocabulary to use at the airport, and if you're interested in working in this industry, Alex told you some special requirements, things that you will need in order to work in the industry. So if you missed the class and you want to watch it, go to the video section of our Facebook page, and there you can find all of our previous classes. So you can watch them again as many times as you need. You can share them on your Facebook page, or you can tag a friend who you think might want to watch the class as well. So today we are going to talk about the BULATS exam. So in the past we've talked about many official exams. Today we're going to focus specifically on the BULATS exam, which is a business language exam. Okay, so first let's talk a little bit about official exams in general, the different kinds that are available to you. We have the academic English language exams like the IELTS or the TOEFL. We have the business ones, so that's the BULATS and the TOEIC. And then we have the more general English language exams, the first certificate, the advanced, and proficiency. Okay, so in general, when we want to take an official exam, how do we prepare for it? The first thing you need to do is find out the format of the exam. So is it a written exam? Is it online? Where is your testing center? That's the information you need to get ahead of time. And then find some sample tests online, and that way you can practice as many times as you want and feel really comfortable with the structure, with the format of the exam before you take it on the exam day. And give yourself enough time to study. So if you want to do really well, don't sign up for an exam that's a week from now or a month from now. Give yourself several months, even a year's time to prepare, and that way you'll be sure to be successful in your official exam. So let's focus now on the BULATS and let's look at the specific format. I see that several people are joining us already. So Judat, Pauline, Mustafa, and Mireya, thanks for watching. I hope, let me know if you're interested in this exam. Tell me if you're preparing for an official exam. So the test format, it's a modular format, and it's divided into 3 sections. So in the BULATS exam, the reading and listening sections are together, so you take those at the same time, and then separately you do the speaking section and the writing section. Okay, so I'm going to break that down into detail, and we're going to go through it step by step. Let's start with the reading and the listening section. Okay, so these are together, as I said, so total it lasts 60 minutes. Okay, the reading is an adaptive test, which means there are no fixed number of questions. It adjusts according to how you answer the question. So if you answer the questions incorrectly, the test becomes shorter. If you answer the questions correctly, the test becomes a little bit longer. Okay, so the kinds of questions you might find in the reading section are multiple choice, fill in the gaps, extended reading, etc. And the questions are based on different text, a total of 250 words that you have to read more or less. And then the listening section is also adaptive, so it adjusts according to how you answer the questions. And the questions are based on recordings that you listen to, and then you answer questions based on those recordings. Okay, so how can you prepare for this section of the exam? As I said at the beginning, you can practice with sample tests. For the reading section, you can practice reading emails, business articles, reviews, descriptions. So really just practice reading every kind of text that you can find, so you become familiar with a variety of different texts. Brush up on your grammar, so review your grammar. You can use the Abacus to do that. Increase your business vocabulary, so make sure that you know a lot of vocabulary related to business, because this is a business exam. Okay, and during the exam day itself, you should use your time wisely, so count exactly how much time you have and really focus on completing that section. Read the questions carefully. Be sure you understand what's being asked of you before you answer the question. And then stay focused. Keep your sentences short and meaningful. You don't have to write these elaborate long sentences to be successful on the exam. Really just try to be clear and concise and to the point to convey your message. Okay? Shiva says, I'm avid to learn. That's great. And Judat says, yes, I'm interested in an exam related to business. So that's great. I hope this class will be useful for you. Okay? Good. Let's move on to study tips for listening. So we just talked about reading. To prepare for the listening exam, again, practice using sample tests. Practice listening to a variety of different audios like TV, podcasts, listen to the radio, listen to songs in English, listen to different accents. This is important. So don't just focus on the American accent, or don't just focus on the British accent. Try getting comfortable listening to a variety of different English accents. Practice describing images and graphs. This is something you might have to do on a listening exam or even a reading section, so be comfortable with that. And then during the exam itself, read the questions again carefully. Choose the answer that makes the most sense. Sometimes you may have multiple answers that seem like they could both be correct, so there you just have to choose the one which is the most correct. Okay, and again, stay focused when you're listening. Try to eliminate all other distractions and really just focus on the listening section at hand. Okay, I see someone has asked how many levels are there. Connor, how many levels are there for Bulats? Bulats gives you a score, and that score is equivalent to a level. So it's not that the exam has a level, it's that your score has a level. So your score will tell you whether you have an advanced level, an upper intermediate level, etc. Okay? Now let's move on to the speaking section. Okay, the speaking section lasts 15 minutes. It is computer-based, so we'll be doing this section on the computer. It's divided into 5 parts, and they're all business-related topics. So you might have to give a presentation, you might have to talk about an interview, you might have to read something aloud. So that's something that you can practice before the exam. Okay, so again, sample test, practice speaking. You can do this many different ways. You can practice speaking with your friends in English, meetup groups, language exchanges. If you use English at work, then this is a great opportunity to improve your English before the exam. Try to speak English in the office as much as you can. You can also practice with our app, with our campus. You can sign up for the ABBA course and practice your speaking as well. Okay? During the exam, try to speak as clearly as possible. Really focus on your pronunciation. Make sure that you're speaking clearly and at a good speed with a good intonation. So try not to speak too quickly. Try to make yourself understood. Don't use slang, okay? Slang is like colloquial kind of jargon. Don't use those kinds of expressions because this is a business exam which is more formal. So in a formal exam, you want to use a little bit more formal English. So don't use slang, those kinds of expressions. Again, use your preparation time well. Normally you'll have a few minutes to prepare your answer once you've read the question. So really use that time wisely. Read the questions carefully. Take a deep breath, relax, and just try to do your best. Okay, Mohammed says, I guess the business exam is similar to other standard exams. Yes, the format is very similar to other exams. The only difference is that this exam is specifically focused on business vocabulary, whereas in another exam, like the first certificate, for example, you'll have more general English vocabulary, and this one is more focused on business. But you're exactly right, Mohammed. And now, let's move on to the writing section of the Bulats exam. Okay, so the writing section is 45 minutes long. You have 2 parts that you have to answer. One is email writing, so you need to be familiar with how to write an email, as well as a report. So you'll have to look at a text, a graph, or a chart, and you'll have to write a report based on this text. So the average number of words for these writings are about 60 words for your email and 200 for your report, okay? Related to buying and selling, products and services, human resources, training, etc. Those kinds of topics. Okay, so to prepare for this, you need to practice reading, writing emails, maybe practice with a friend. If you have someone else who's getting ready for the exam, you can practice writing emails to them. Read business articles from business magazines, reviews, descriptions. Really read as much as you possibly can to become familiar with the structure of these kinds of writings. Again, brush up on your grammar, brush up on your business vocabulary. This will all help you to be successful on the writing exam. And then again, during the exam itself, make sure you're using the appropriate grammar, the appropriate structure, email structure, your intro, body, conclusion, etc. Those kinds of things. Stay focused and keep your sentences short and meaningful again, so you don't have to write very long, elaborate sentences as long as you get your point across. Okay, so that was kind of a short overview of the BULATS exam. So maybe this will spark your interest a little bit, those of you who are thinking about taking an exam, especially if you're looking to improve your career, to get a better job. BULATS would be a great exam for you to have. Now I'm going to ask you 3 questions and you can write your answers in the comments. Okay, my first question is, give 2 tips to successfully pass the BULATS exam. So of all the things that I've just mentioned, what are the 2 that you think are most important? So tell me your answers in the comments. Number 2, give examples of how you can improve your grammar skills. Okay, so what are some ways that you can practice your grammar and improve your grammar for the BULATS? And how can you build up your vocabulary skills? How can you learn more and more vocabulary words to know as many as possible before you take the exam? Okay, so those are my 3 questions. I see Adele says, hello, thanks for teaching, and Marae says, it's useful. Okay, so that's great. While you're writing your answers, I'm going to tell you more about our ABBA course, because this is going to be really useful for you as you're preparing for the BULATS as well, or any other kind of official exam. So we have a complete course from beginners to business level. The course is made up of 144 units. Each unit has a short film, a video class, and exercises to help you improve your English. So if you want to study with our course, you can use your smartphone, your tablet, your PC, your Mac, and your progress is saved on all of these devices. So it's a very flexible way to study anywhere and anytime. If you look at the links that we have posted in the comments, you'll see a link to sign up for our course. So you can sign up as a free student and have access to all of the video classes as well as the first unit of each level. Or you can decide to go premium and you'll have access to all of the course content and you'll be assigned a teacher like me who you can write to anytime you have a question as you're studying. In addition to our course, we have many other resources available to you for free. We have our blog, which is called our ABBA Journal, where you can find articles about business, culture, travel, grammar, all kinds of good information there. In the links that we've posted, you'll find articles related to today's topic, to the BULATS exam and official exams in general. Okay, on our Facebook page, we have our weekly live streaming classes, so you can always participate in those, and again, watch the previous ones in the video section. Okay, we also have a Twitter page and a YouTube channel, so there is lots and lots of content and opportunities for you to improve your English with us here at ABBA. Okay, so let's see who's joining us today, if anyone has answered my questions already or if you have any other questions. I see Fiston says, you speak so clear, what is your secret? Well, I'm a native speaker, so that makes it a little bit easier, but the key is to kind of think, and sometimes I think I'm speaking a little bit too quickly, but try to slow down and make yourself understood. So this is really important, especially in the speaking section of any official exam, is to kind of, however fast you think you're speaking, speak more slowly and make yourself understood. So thanks for your comment. And Mohammed says it's very important. Yes, okay, that's great. So I want to thank everyone who has joined us today. I hope this class has been useful for you. Okay. Connor says, what is the highest possible score for BULATs on the English language scale? I don't have that information, but I will post it for you later because that is important to know. Okay? Yes, someone says, for example, the advanced has a score between 180 to 200. Yes, exactly. So each exam has a little bit different scoring system. Yes, it's the same with the TOEFL or the IELTS. The score is a little bit different, but your score tells you what level you have. So we covered this a little bit earlier. So I promise I will get that information and I will post it in the comments, what the BULAT scoring system is. So thank you again for all of your comments, all of your questions. This has been a really great class. So I hope that you can join us next time. We're going to talk about English for marketing, and I'll have a special guest with me next week, and we're going to give you some useful vocabulary for those of you interested in marketing. So I hope that you can join us. Remember that you can also turn on your Facebook notifications to receive a message anytime we're live streaming. So plenty of ways to remind yourself about the classes. The calendar is also posted on our Facebook page. So thanks again for joining, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. So take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.